There are seasons in life when your heart becomes so connected to someone that you almost feel like your spirit leans toward them without your permission. You pray for them, you think about them, you hope for them, and somewhere deep inside, you convince yourself that this person must be part of God's plan because your feelings are so strong. You tell yourself, why would God let me feel this deeply if it wasn't meant for something? And that thought becomes the reason you hold on, even when everything else in your life is pointing toward letting go. But here's the truth many people never say out loud. Your feelings can be real, and the person can still be wrong for you. Your attachment can feel divine, and the connection can still be temporary. Your prayers can be sincere, and God can still choose not to align your life with theirs. Because God doesn't move based on emotion. He moves based on purpose. And sometimes the person your heart wants is completely different from the person your future needs. Letting go of someone you prayed for feels like a spiritual battle because it is not just emotional. It feels like you're wrestling with destiny. When you pray for someone, you attach hope to them. You attach dreams. You attach expectations. Your prayer builds a world around them. And when that world starts to fall apart, it feels like your heart is breaking in ways you can't explain. You're not just losing what you had. You're losing what you imagined. But God sees things from a higher place. He sees things your heart can't yet understand. He sees the intentions behind their actions. He sees the patterns you dismissed because you loved them. He sees the loneliness you felt even when they were beside you. He sees the emotional labor you carried alone. And he sees your future clearly, without the fog of longing or hope or attachment. God sees who they really are, not who you wish they could be. And this is why God sometimes removes the very person you prayed he would fix. It's not because your prayer was ignored. It's because God knows that the story you're trying to write does not end the way you think it will. Sometimes he lets things fall apart because if they stayed together, they would eventually break you in ways that would take years to recover from. Heartbreak now is easier than spiritual damage later. Confusion now is easier than devastation later. A closed door now is easier than a shattered soul later. There are times when God separates you because you were pouring love into someone who wasn't capable of receiving it. You kept giving and giving, hoping your love would be enough to inspire change. But God never asked you to heal them. God never asked you to sacrifice yourself to make someone else whole. You were trying to play the role of a savior in a story where you were meant to be protected, not drained. And God saw that you were slowly losing yourself in the process. There's also a spiritual truth many people don't recognize. You can be connected to someone emotionally, but disconnected from them spiritually. Your soul can feel uneasy, even while your heart feels attached. Your spirit can feel tired, even while your body feels drawn to them. That uneasiness was God whispering, "This is not your person. This is not your future." But because the heart loves deeply and blindly, you kept praying harder instead of listening deeper. And this is why your heart hurts so much now, not because they were the right person, but because the version of them that you held in your mind was beautiful. You didn't fall in love with their potential for no reason. You saw glimpses of who they could be at their best. You saw the softness they rarely showed. You saw the good qualities that made you believe they were meant for you. But those glimpses were not promises. They were moments. And moments are not foundations for a lifetime. The right person for you will not require you to suffer emotionally just to keep the connection alive. They will not leave you praying for consistency, clarity, or commitment. They will not give you half love and ask you to fill the rest with hope. They will show up with presence, with effort, with honesty. They will speak your language of love without you having to beg for translation. They will meet your prayers with their own. They will not just receive your care, they will return it. One day you will look back and realize something powerful. The person you prayed for was a stepping stone, not a destination. They awakened parts of you that needed to grow. They taught you what you want, and more importantly, what you will never tolerate again. They led you closer to yourself, and in doing so, they led you closer to God's plan. Sometimes God uses the wrong person to reveal the right version of you. So if you are hurting right now, if your heart feels fragile, if you feel confused or abandoned or disappointed in how things turned out, I want you to know this. You are not being punished, you are being protected. God is not withholding love. He is preparing you for a love that aligns with your purpose. He is not taking away your blessing. He is removing what would have blocked it. He is not breaking your heart. He is reshaping it. This season of letting go is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of clarity, healing, strength, and spiritual alignment. And when God brings the right person into your life, you will not have to question anything. You will not have to beg for reassurance. You will not have to pray for their love to feel safe. You will finally understand why God didn't let the person you prayed for stay. Because the love God has prepared for you will not just feel right, it will feel like peace.